All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Benjamin, and I'm the presidential candidate of the fictional Common Sense People's Party. And we are still on the presidential election petition tribunal, which is the most important issue in Nigeria right now. This is the topic that is on the lips of almost every internet user in this country. And at the beginning of this tribunal, I did say that the issue of 25% in FCT is going to be a thorn in the flesh of INEC, APC, and Tinubu. And I said it is for these reasons. Number one, it is a constitutional issue upon which verdict had been passed by our court of law many times in the past. So will they change it now? Number two, it is a mathematical issue. 25% is 25%. And even people who are not lawyers will know what to expect. So all eyes will be on the judiciary. Number three, the issue can be handled within a short period of time. So no be something where time go there, where they go waste time to come use technicality. The day you bring it up, you can finish it that day. And now, the former president of Nigerian Bar Association, Barrister Olisa Agbakoba, SAN, has come out to say the same thing. He said there is no argument about it and it can be decided within hours. See as in take talker.
So long as you deliver a good decision, if you give a man an opportunity to say, you're saying that Mr. Tinubu should not be president on the basis that he didn't win this. Tell me why. You need 20 days to do that? You don't need 20 days. It's a legal question whether and in section 134 is contiguous or not. It's very simple. You see, the problem is our judicial philosophy. I'm just looking at the Kenyan one. It says here, sustaining judiciary transformation. How can this country, the so-called giant of Africa, run a judicial system that is 100 years old? That's the problem.
This section 134.
Yes.
You have referred to it about twice now as one of the questions to be addressed. Now, you raised the issue in January when you wrote a letter to INEC asking INEC for a possible interpretation of section 134. Well, I would like to know whether you got a reply.
Yes.
And then, as a senior advocate of Nigeria, what's your own opinion, which you have not documented, about the interpretation of that section 134, sub 2 in particular?
Well, I did a letter to INEC, and if they had answered me, maybe you wouldn't have been in this log jam. But I had an interview. They didn't reply, by the way. The closest they came to reply was an interview I did on TVC with Festus Okoye. And he admitted that it was an issue that required to be resolved. And I was surprised that they did not. In my own view, that section 134 applied literally, because the rules of interpretation say if you read something and it's so clear to you, then you don't need to interpret it. The thing says you must win a quarter of the votes in 2/3 of 36 states. And so what do you want to say? The answer is obvious.
I want you to break it down in a way that the ordinary
I've just broken it down.
No, let's apply it.
I've just broken it down. It's so simple. You get a quarter of the votes in 2/3 of 36 states. That is what the law says, which is 24. So that's one part of it. It goes on to say, and. What does that mean? And the FCT. So as far as I'm concerned, you must also win 25% in the FCT. So we think the tribunal can answer this question quite easily in 1 hour. That's my point. It's not a difficult question to resolve.
You have heard him. That is the former president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Barrister Agbakoba, SAN, saying that issue of 25% in FCT can be resolved in 1 hour. But when I said it here, some people said, why are you saying that? Are you a lawyer? It's because you are not a lawyer that you are speculating all these things. This is a constitutional issue and a mathematical issue that is direct. And we are saying all eyes on the judiciary because we know this only has one interpretation. And now waiting we dey wait for, because the hope of Nigeria depends on this mandate being returned to His Excellency Peter Obi. And talking about hope, look at this video of DELE FAROTIMI emphasizing that Nigeria needs His Excellency Peter Obi. Every well-meaning Nigerian will love the honesty and the dexterity with which DELE FAROTIMI put out his idea in this video. Check out the video.
Usually in this country of ours, a man ruled a state like Anambra for 8 years. He wrested powers from the Uba, and they think that one is a softie. Somebody who can take power from the Uba. These were people who controlled Banuju, or whatever that one's name was. These were murderous people who killed Barnabas Igwe, the NBA chairman, I believe in Onitsha. Look, these were not easy people. Peter Obi fought them to a standstill, took over the state, made the state work to the point where people are clapping years after he had left. There is a basis to be excited. And I would say that Peter Obi probably represents the last opportunity for the ruiners of Nigeria to get out of power without bloodshed. That's my honest belief, because he actually represents a transition to a change that can be orderly, because the old system is no longer sustainable. It is no longer, it's patently unsustainable. So that's what is propelling it. It is hope that is propelling his candidacy. And that is what's driving everything.
Now, that was DELE FAROTIMI, a full-fledged Yoruba man, saying the whole truth about Peter Obi, how Obi represents the hope of a new Nigeria. And a lot of people have come out to say the little belief and hope they still have in the unity of this country is because of people like DELE FAROTIMI. People who say the truth like this, regardless of ethnicity and religion. And those people are not wrong. They are very, very correct. Now, something popped up from the WhatsApp group of Tinubu supporters. Somebody screenshot this thing and he put it out there. Look at it. They are now complaining because of the level of poverty in the country and how they have been denigrated, how they have been humiliated by the proposals of the APC government. They say go and use the 500 billion naira to fix refineries in Nigeria. No be the 8,000. See am now, see am for screen. No be the 8,000 when you say you go to share, give people. They have now seen that the man has no plan. He has no plan for the future of this country. It is business as usual to get into power and begin to plunder the resources of Nigeria, begin to borrow money to consume, give 70 billion naira to National Assembly, and the naira will continue to fall against the dollar. That is their plan. They enrich their children and their own children yet unborn. Then Nigerians, the youth of this country, should continue to remain unemployed. The other day, he went and got hectares of land. He said the youth should go to farm and be farming, while other countries are digitalizing their economy with their young populace. This one said his own should go to farm and begin to farm. Then they will now send Fulani herdsmen again and end their lives. That is the despicable plan they have for the youth of this country. And I told the guy that did the screenshot, I said, don't mock them, just preach to them again. I know they have messed up in the beginning, but win all of them over. You have seen that these people are useless. So come on for their back, come here, because we need as many people as we can get to continue to put the judiciary under pressure. Because may I still believe, say this pressure thing, they work. As we continue to put them under pressure, they will have no option than to pass judgment according to the dictates of the Constitution. Look at Tinubu, he's trying to pressurize them, that there will be chaos, there will be anarchy. People follow him. They say the fact say you sit down there is already chaotic and anarchical. Say now when we come out from there, now we go to look forward to having peace in this country. And that is what we expect the judiciary to do. And we dey get hope, say them go do am. For those of us who in this country now, and for the children yet unborn. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una. Now I dey here. So, don't go away.